So I want this y ordinate. So y ordinate is equal to rise minus this k, rise minus this k. So we need to calculate this k value, k ordinate. So how are we going to calculate? So this is a theta, this is r, this is theta, and this is r. We can calculate. So this is r, this is theta. We can calculate this height. This height is what will going this r cos theta. This height will be r cos theta, isn't it? So this is capital R. The radius is capital R. The distance from the origin to the point P. This is the radius. So this is radius, and this, if you calculate this one, this vertical ordinate will be r cos theta. Vertical ordinate will be the r cos theta. So if you consider from origin to crown point, this also will become the r radius. This also will become radius. So k is equal to as k is equal to r minus r cos theta. R minus r cos theta. So distance from the origin to the extreme edge of the circular, this is capital R. Horizontal vertical component of this one is r cos theta. Horizontal component is r sin theta. Horizontal component of this one is r sin theta. Because theta is making an angle with a vertical axis theta. Theta is an angle between vertical axis and radius r. So that's why horizontal component is r sin theta and vertical component is r cos theta. So k can be written as k is the distance between these 2 points. So k is equal to r minus r cos theta. So total distance is from crown to origin. This is r. Crown to origin. This is r. So these two distance between these 2 points, origin to crown, this is capital R. This distance is r cos theta. So we can you can see here, this distance is r cos theta. So you can deduct r minus r cos theta, you are going to get k value. So for getting y value, y is equal to h minus k, that we can write this as h minus, I am taking r common, r into 1 minus cos theta. So this is the equation. Y is equal to h minus r minus r cos theta. We can written as h minus r into 1 minus cos theta. So this is the equation for vertical ordinate y. So y is located at distance of x from the left support. Point P is located at distance of x from the left support. The ordinate of this point P is y. So y is equal to h minus r into 1 minus cos theta. So we need to calculate x distance also. X we need to calculate. So how to calculate x? X ordinate is equal to total distance is L by 2. So half of this span is L by 2. L by 2 minus this distance is r sin theta. Just now we have seen L by 2 minus r sin theta will be the, but what is r? If you consider r is the distance between, this is r. This is r. Okay. So x is equal to L by 2 minus r into sin theta. Okay. Y is equal to h into 1 h minus capital R into 1 minus cos theta. So these are the two equations are useful for the calculation of horizontal thrust for the 2-hinged circular arch. Okay. Now here this is ds. So ds is equal to r into d theta. ds is equal to r into d theta. So this is the basic information. This is useful for the analyzing the 2-hinged circular arch. So now I want to solve horizontal thrust for 2-inch circular, 2-inch semicircular arch. We'll see here. First question I want to determine the horizontal thrust developed in a semicircular arch of radius capital R subjected to concentrated load W at its crown, at the crown. Okay, so this is saying that this is a semicircular arch. This is a semicircular arch. So in this case, this will become the capital R. Span become L become 2R. L is equal to 2R. For the semicircular arch, L will become 2R. Okay. So this is semicircle. The arches look like a semicircular. Okay. I'm locating a point P, which is located at a distance of x from the left support. The ordinate of y ordinate in this point P is y. Okay. The vertical ordinate at crown is capital R. Vertical ordinate at crown is capital R. This is also called rise. This is also equal to radius of circle, radius of semicircle. So now the load is acting here. Capital W load is acting here. So for that we need to calculate horizontal thrust. For this we need to calculate horizontal thrust. So this is a semicircular arch. Here rise is capital R. Span is 2R. Rise is capital R. Span is 2R. Remember, try to remember. H is equal to small h is equal to capital R. Rise generally will denoted as small h, and the span is denoted by L. L is equal to 2R. H is equal to R. Okay. So our intention is we need to calculate horizontal thrust. We need to calculate horizontal thrust for this loading case. Load is acting at a distance of R from the left support and R from the right support. So this is symmetrical loading. The loading is symmetrical loading. The arch is also symmetrical about the y-axis. Okay. So for that, for the calculation of H value, we need to calculate this horizontal thrust H. Okay. For the calculation of this H value, we need to calculate VA value and VB value. VA value we need to calculate, VB value we need to calculate. So since this is a arch is loaded with symmetrical loading, so VA is equal to VB is equal to load by 2. Load by 2. Applied load is capital W. Vertical load is acting capital W in the downward direction. So reaction developing at A and B in upward direction. So VA is equal to VB is equal to W by 2. Okay, VA is equal to VB is equal to W by 2. Since it is a circular arch of symmetrical loading circular arch, the load is shared by equally shared by two supports. Okay, so now we need to write Y value. Y value we need to write. So if you see, so this is R, the radius is R, this is origin O. So this is R, is mentioned that is a semicircular arch. Origin I'm considering this as O. I'm located at a point P, which is located at a distance of from O. The distance between PO is capital R. Why? Because this is a radius of semicircular. This is R. So triangle, from this triangle, we can calculate this Y value. From this triangle, we can calculate this Y value. Okay. Otherwise, so theta is making an angle between rise and this point P is theta. Here given the angle is theta here. So consider this triangle. Consider this triangle. So whatever the distance is available here, this is also same distance. This is Y. This is Y. So now write equation of Y in terms of R into theta. Okay. So now this is theta. Then this will become R cos theta. So Y is equal to R cos theta. Why? Because this is R. This hypotenuse is R. This is the theta. vertical component and vertical component is r cos theta, horizontal component is r sin theta. Okay, so vertical component we require, so y is equal to r cos theta. So now you can write x value, x is equal to total distance is L by 2. So span by 2 is L by 2, that is also equal to capital R. L by 2 is nothing but capital R. So x is equal to, we want this distance. So x is equal to L by 2 minus this distance. L by 2 minus this distance. So this distance is r sin theta. So L by 2 minus r sin theta, that is equal to L by 2 is nothing but r. I'm taking r common, 1 minus sin theta. So x is equal to r into 1 minus sin theta. Okay. So these are the values we are getting. So finally, in concluding that x is equal to r into 1 minus sin theta, y is equal to r cos theta. Okay. For semicircular arch, x is equal to r into 1 minus cos sin theta, r into 1 minus sin theta, y is equal to r cos theta we are getting. So now for the calculation of h value, so this formula we need to use. We have just seen in our previous slides. H is equal to integration of m dash y into ds by ei whole divided by integration of y square ds by ei. So this equation we need to use. So right, first I am writing that equation, integration of m dash y into ds by ei whole divided by integration of y square into ds by ei. Okay. So right, first we need to calculate m dash. I am taking a section here, which is located, coordinate of this section is x comma y. Now I am taking moment about this section. Moment about this section. If you see left, if you, whether you take left side of section or right side of the section, moment will be the same. But if you consider right side segment, here the forces are more. So it is the complexity of the, it is for the calculation, it is very difficult for the calculation of moment at x for the right side segment. So that I am taking left side of section x. Okay, then calculate moment at x. So moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So here force is VA into x. M dash is equal to VA into x. So VA is equal to, why? Because we don't know h value, so I'm not considering h. So m dash is equal to VA into x. VA into x. So VA is equal to W by 2 into x. X value is r into 1 minus sin theta. W by 2 into x. So VA into x. Here moment at section is equal to VA into force into perpendicular distance. So perpendicular distance is x. So VA is nothing but W by 2. So W by 2 into r into 1 minus sin theta. Okay. So m dash is equal to, we are getting W by 2 into r into 1 minus sin theta we are getting. Okay. Now we need to calculate integration of y square ds by ei. We need to calculate. So we need to calculate integration of m dash y into ds, and we need to calculate integration of y square ds. We need to calculate. So here for this semicircular arch, everywhere the section modulus is same. EI is constant. So EI is constant. Okay, EI is constant. So EI gets cancelled. So finally we are getting the formula, integration of m dash y into ds by integration of y square ds we are getting. Right. So we are calculated m dash is equal to W by 2 into r into 1 minus sin theta we are getting. So just integrate in the range between 0 to 90 degrees. So here 0, angle is 0 here, angle is 0 here, 90 degrees here, 5 by 2 is here. So here the angle is 0 and here it is pi by 2. Just integrate in the range of 0 to pi by 2 and you will going to get the numerator value. Integration of y m dash y into ds value you will going to get. So here we have two portions, this one portion and this another portion. We will going to get two portions. integration of m dash y into ds is equal to 2 into, these are the symmetrical arch. This is a symmetrical parabolic arch. So that's why I'm considering 2 into integration of 0 to pi by 2 into m dash y into ds. So m dash is w by 2 into r sin theta into y. Y is r cos theta into ds is equal to, we can write ds is equal to r into d theta. We need to write r into d theta. ds is equal to r into d theta. And here the constant you take outside. W is the constant. Only theta terms unchandi lopala. All other terms you need to take outside of the integration. So here we are getting w r cube and integrate is 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2. So 1 minus sin theta into cos theta into d theta. So this is you are already learned in your intermediate level this type of problems. So let us assume 1 minus sin theta is equal to small t. Assume 1 minus sin theta is for this solution of this one. I'm assuming 1 minus sin theta is equal to small t. So dt is equal to, just to differentiate it, dt is equal to minus cos theta into d theta. Minus cos theta into d theta. Substitute 1 minus sin theta is equal to t. d theta is minus cos theta into d theta is equal to dt. Substitute it. So 1 minus cos theta బదులు t substitute చేయండి. Cos theta d theta బదులు minus dt substitute చేయండి. Substitute it and integrate it. Integrate it and substitute the limits. Finally, we will going to get numerator value is w r cube by 2. Numerator we will going to get as w r cube by 2. Now denominator we calculate. Denominator lo emundandi, integration of y square ds. Integration of y square ds. Okay. So y is equal to r cos theta, r square cos square theta into ds is equal to r into d theta. Integrate in between the range 0 to pi by 2. So though it is a symmetrical semicircular arch, so ఒక సెగ్మెంట్ మీరు ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసి దాన్ని 2 తో మల్టిప్లై చేసుకుంటే you're going to get total value we're going to get. Okay, 2 into the integration of 0 to pi by 2. Integration of here angle is 0, here the pi by 2. దీన్ని సిమెట్రికల్ లోడింగ్ కాబట్టి దీన్ని 2 తో మల్టిప్లై చేయండి. సిమెట్రికల్ ఆర్చ్ కాబట్టి దీన్ని 2 తో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే ఆటోమేటికల్లీ యూ విల్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ ద ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఫర్ ది హోల్ ఆర్చ్. Okay, so now integrate it. R cos square theta r into d theta. Just take common r cube, 2r cube into integration of cos square theta into d theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Cos square theta అని ఇట్లా రాసుకోవచ్చండి. cos square theta అని మీరు ఈ విధంగా రాసుకుంటున్నా. 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Trigonometric equations నుంచి cos square theta can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Now integrate this 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. You're going to get this equation and substitute the boundary values. Substitute these boundary values. Finally, we're going to get the denominator as pi r cube by 2. So now calculate h value. H is equal to integration of m dash y into ds by integration of y square ds. So numerator is w r cube by 2 and the denominator is pi r cube by 2. So finally, we're going to get h is equal to capital W by pi. H is equal to capital W by pi, which means we can make a note of this. The horizontal thrust for semicircular arch is independent of its radius. Horizontal thrust for semicircular arch is independent of its radius. So try to remember, for the calculation of horizontal thrust for the semicircular arch is loaded at the center. Horizontal thrust is equal to h is equal to, for the semicircular arch, h is equal to capital W by applied load capital W by pi. Capital W by pi. So this is the equation. H is equal to capital W by pi. Okay. అర్థమైందండి? First thing what you need to do, you have to remember this equation. H is equal to integration of m dash y into ds by ei all divided by integration of y square ds by ei. So this is the equation. So for the calculation of horizontal thrust for the semicircular arch or circular arch, so this is the formula. So for the arch, so the arch, if it is made with the same material, then ei is equal to constant. ei will be on the cross section area and the same material same unde cross section area kuda same unte ei will become constant. So we can write this equation as integration of m dash y into ds by integration of y square ds, like that we can write. So individually we need to calculate m dash value, and we need to calculate numerator integration, and we need to substitute boundary values, boundary conditions we need to apply, and we need to calculate denominator values, and you need to substitute it. We're going to get h value. Okay. అర్థమైందండి? So for semicircular arch is subjected to a concentrated load W is acting at the ground, then H will become W by pi. H will become H is equal to horizontal thrust developed at A or B equal to W by pi. Horizontal thrust H is equal to W by pi. Remember it. So horizontal thrust for semicircular arch is loaded with point load at the ground. The horizontal thrust does not depends upon its radius. Horizontal thrust doesn't depends upon its radius. Remember it. H is equal to W by pi. Is it okay? Hello.
Yes, sir.
ఓకే. ఎవరికైనా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటే చూడండి, నేను ఈ వీడియోస్ అన్ని డౌన్లోడ్ చేసి మీకు కోర్స్ వెబ్లో పోస్ట్ చేస్తాను. ఇంతవరకు పోస్ట్ చేయలేదు నేను, అన్నీ ఒకసారి పోస్ట్ చేసిస్తాను, మీరు చూడండి ఒకసారి. ఓకేనా? రైట్. సో నౌ విల్ సీ అనదర్ ప్రాబ్లం. ఇంతకుముందు ప్రాబ్లంలో క్రౌన్ దగ్గర యాక్ట్ అయిందండి. సెమీ సర్క్యులర్ ఆర్చ్ కి క్రౌన్ దగ్గర యాక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు వేర్ క్యాలిక్యులేటెడ్ హారిజాంటల్ థ్రస్ట్. నౌ determine the horizontal reaction for the semicircular 2 when the load is acting at a point P as shown in figure. So P దగ్గర యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. Now the load is acting at a distance of at a point P దగ్గర యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. Capital point load is acting at point P. So angle between point P and point C, crown కున్న point మధ్యలో ఉన్న angle alpha. So this angle is alpha. Okay. So we need to calculate horizontal thrust H value. We need to calculate. So for that formula is same. So for that what I am doing is, so this is not a symmetrical loading for the semicircular arch. నేను ఏం చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నా, దీన్ని సిమెట్రికల్ లోడింగ్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నా. సిమెట్రికల్ లోడింగ్ చేసి అనలైజ్ చేస్తే ఇట్ ఈస్ very easy to analyze. So for that what I am doing is, I am assuming a load which is acting at a distance of at an angle of alpha with the crown in the right side segment also. Right side segment kuda alpha angle tone inko load act avutundani anukuntunnanu. Then if W load is acting, then the horizontal thrust is H. ఇంకోటి లోడ్ యాక్ట్ అయింది అనుకోండి, లేదా సపోజ్ రైట్ సైడ్ సెగ్మెంట్ ఒక W లోడ్ యాక్ట్ అయింది అనుకోండి, then horizontal thrust will become 2H here and 2H here also. 2H here and 2H here also. అర్థమైందండి? ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఏమి ఇచ్చిందంటే ఈ ప్రాబ్లం ఇచ్చిందండి. W load is acting at distance at a point P which is located at an angle of alpha from its crown. Okay. అప్పుడు horizontal thrust developed is capital H. In that situation horizontal thrust is developed is capital H. So analyzing is this type of problem is very difficult. So to simplify this one, what I am doing is, I am considered another load of same magnitude and same angle, another same magnitude capital W, angle is also same, it's alpha. Then this H will become 2H. Horizontal thrust developed here, it will become 2H. So now calculate horizontal thrust for the 2H. సో ఈ ప్రాబ్లం సాల్వ్ చేయాలంటే నేను ఈ ప్రాబ్లం తీసుకుంటాను. నేను ఈ ప్రాబ్లం సాల్వ్ చేసిన తర్వాత డివైడ్ బై 2 చేస్తాను. నేను డివైడ్ బై 2 చేస్తే ఆటోమేటికల్లీ ఐ విల్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ దిస్ h వాల్యూ. ఓకే, రైట్. Right. So this is also I am taken another point P1, same magnitude and alpha is also same. So in that situation, horizontal thrust developed, horizontal reaction developed A and B is 2H. Here is also 2H. Load on symmetrical point. Okay. So now, so for the calculation of H value, what we need to calculate? First, we need to calculate VA and VB. VA and VB we need to calculate. So because this is a symmetrical loading semicircular arch, VA will become equal to VB, that is equal to total load by 2. Total load by 2. Total vertical load acting divided by 2. Here total load is 2W. 2W by 2 is nothing but W. So VA is equal to VB is equal to capital W. So VA is equal to VB is equal to capital W. Now calculate X value. Similar, same thing. X is equal to R minus sin theta. Y is equal to R cos theta. Same point. X is equal to same semicircular arch. So this is Y is equal to R cos theta. R cos alpha in this case. Y is equal to R cos alpha. X is equal to R into 1 minus sin theta. Okay. In the portion, theta varies from theta is angle varies from 0 to alpha. This is 0 angle. 0 nunchi theta. Let us suppose theta is varies from 0 to alpha. So we need to calculate H value for in the range of 0 to alpha. We need to calculate 0 here, alpha here. So theta range between 0 to alpha. Here also see theta varies range from 0 to alpha. Theta varies from 0 to alpha. So ds is equal to r into d theta. Theta varies from 0 to. Now calculate m dash. M dash is a moment. I am taking a moment at section point P. Okay. Only consider vertical forces, not consider for the horizontal forces. Why? Because we are calculating for horizontal thrust. So only consider the vertical forces for the calculation of. I am considering left side segment. Calculate moment at x. So moment at x is equal to moment at x is equal to m dash is equal to w into x minus w r sin alpha minus. So because we are considering theta value from 0 to alpha, theta value from 0 to alpha. So this is the finally we are going to get moment at x is equal to wr into 1 minus sin alpha. Wr into 1 minus sin alpha. So this is for m dash moment at x point x దగ్గర. Now the alpha theta varies from in the portion of this one, theta varies from alpha to pi by 2. Alpha to pi by 2. Right. To consider this one, theta values vary from 0 to alpha in this portion. In another portion, theta varies from alpha to 90 degrees. Theta varies from alpha to 90 degrees in this portion. So for this portion, so this is the wr into 1 minus sin alpha. So for this alpha to 90 degrees range, m dash is equal to this one, wr into 1 minus sin theta. Actually, m dash is equal to w into x. M dash is equal to w into x. So that is w is equal to capital W itself. X is equal to R into 1 minus sin theta. R into 1 minus sin theta. Here also W into R into 1 minus sin theta. We can write directly. No need to write all these things. You can write directly. W is equal to R into 1 minus sin theta. Okay. So now calculate horizontal thrust. Horizontal thrust M dash H is equal to integration of M dash into ds by EI whole divided by integration of I square into ds by EI. So because EI is constant, that means cross section area of the arch is same and is also same. So EI is same. So we need to neglect this EI. We're going to get the final equation horizontal thrust is equal to integration of M dash by integration of my square ds. So now load may occur in the two ranges, in the range of 0 to alpha, alpha to 90 degrees. Here also 0 to alpha, alpha to 90 degrees. So this is a symmetrical loading arch. So we need to consider this as 2 into 0 to alpha, 2 into 0 to alpha, m dash y, this is m dash, this is m dash, y is equal to r cos theta, the ds is equal to r into ds is equal to r into d theta. I am written here. Plus, so this is first range is completed. Second range is alpha to 90 degrees. Alpha to 90 degrees. So this is m dash into y, this is y into ds. ds is equal to r into, substitute it and you integrate it. So finally, we're going to get the integration of m dash y into ds is equal to wr cube cos square alpha. Wr cube cos square alpha value we're going to get. So similarly, calculate a denominator also. Denominator value is integration of y square ds. So y is equal to r cos ds is equal to r into d theta. Okay, you integrate and substitute the all values, you're going to get the denominator value is pi r cube by 2. So horizontal thrust is equal to numerator by denominator. So numerator value is this one. So final substitute it, 2h value we're going to get 2h is equal to 2w by pi cos square alpha. So this is the equation. 2h is equal to 2w by pi cos square alpha. But we require only h value. If it is a symmetrical loading, then this is the formula. 2h is equal to 2w by pi cos square alpha. So for we require only for 1 point loading. So e loading ki manaku h value kavali. So what we need to do? We have to divide with the 2 of this equation. So finally, we're going to get h is equal to w by pi cos square alpha. H is equal to w by pi cos square alpha. If alpha is equal to 0, then the load will act on at the crown point. Alpha is equal to 0 అయిందనుకోండి, లోడ్ ఎక్కడ యాక్ట్ అవుతుందండి? క్రౌన్ దగ్గర యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. క్రౌన్ దగ్గర యాక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు ఫార్ములా ఏంటి? డైరెక్ట్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ w by pi. Just now we are derived. Alpha is equal to 0 ఉన్నప్పుడు h is equal to w by pi. Just now we are derived h is equal to w by pi. When alpha is equal to 90 degrees, alpha is equal to 0, h value is equal to w by pi. So this is the derivation. You need to remember this equation, h is equal to w by pi cos square alpha. H is equal to w by pi cos square alpha. Here, h is derivations are not that important, but you remember this formulas. H is equal to w by pi. Point load is acting at the crown. Point load is acting at the crown for the semicircular arch. H will become h is equal to w by pi. Point load is acting anywhere in the segmental arch. Angle between the point and the crown is alpha. Then w is equal to h is equal to w by pi cos square alpha. W by pi cos square alpha. H is equal to w by pi cos square alpha. Right. This is the. Is it clear? Okay, now we'll see same semicircular arch, but it is subjected to uniform distributed load of W per unit length over its entire span. Assume EI is constant. Determine the horizontal thrust. Is asking to determine the horizontal thrust. The angle between the point P and the rise crown point P C. The angle is theta. So this is the point P. The horizontal distance from the this one is x and this is y. Vertical coordinate is y. Horizontal coordinate is x. So we need to calculate this x value and y value initially. So x is equal to r into 1 minus sin theta. Just now we have seen for the previous two problems. Y is equal to r cos theta. So ds is equal to r into d theta. So for the calculation of h value, first we need to calculate VA value and VB value. The total load is VA is, so this is symmetrical loading. Since this is symmetrical, so VA is equal to VB is equal to total load by 2. Total load is W into capital R. Total distance is W into 2R. W into 2R. So load is W per unit run. Total length of load is 2R. So VA is equal to WR. VA is equal to VB is equal to the small w into capital R. Okay, so VA is equal to VB is equal to small w into R అని వచ్చిందండి. X is equal to R into 1 minus sin theta, Y is equal to R cos theta. So ds is equal to R into d theta. Now calculate moment at x. So moment at x is equal to VA into x. VA into x, which is acting anti-clockwise direction, which is acting clockwise anti-clockwise, and the load, this portion of load is acting. So this is VA is acting in clockwise direction. This load is acting anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So this load ordinate is load intensity is W into x. Total load is W into x, which is acting at a distance of x by 2 from the this point. X by 2 from this point. Okay. Moment at x is equal to W into VA into x minus Wx into x by 2. So this is the bending moment equation. Okay. Substitute x value here. X is equal to R into 1 minus sin theta. Substitute finally we're going to get this equation. So bending moment m dash is equal to WR square by 2 into 1 minus sin square theta. So this, so from the equation of trigonometric equation, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta and raskochandi. Right, in place of 1 minus sin square theta, I'm substituting cos square theta. So WR square by 2 into cos square theta. So this is m dash, moment at x. So now we need to calculate the integration of m dash y into ds separately, and we need to calculate y square ds separately and substitute in this equation. You're going to get. First, I am calculating numerator value, integration of m dash y into ds. That is, so this is symmetrical loading parabolic arch. Sorry, the semicircular arch. So that's why it is considered as 2 into integration of 0 to pi by 2. 2 into integration of 0 to pi by 2. ఎందుకంటే ఇది సిమెట్రికల్ లోడింగ్ సెమిసర్కులర్ ఆర్చ్ కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ 0 to pi by 2 90 degrees లో 2 times ఇస్తే మనకు టోటల్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ వస్తుందండి. m dash value is just now we are calculating WR square by 2 into cos square theta into y value is R cos theta. ds is equal to R into integrate it. We're going to get this value WR cube R power 4 into integration of 0 0 to pi by 2 cos cube theta. So let us assume cos cube theta into d theta considered as I. So దీని ఏమో రాసుకుంటున్నా అంటే నేను I is equal to cos cube theta into d theta అని 1 minus sin square theta into cos theta అని రాసుకుంటున్నా. Cos square theta into cos theta. Cos square theta అని ఏమో రాసుకోవచ్చు, 1 minus sin square theta అని రాసుకోవచ్చు. So 1 minus sin square theta into cos theta d theta. Substitute in place of sin theta, I'm substituting small t. So dt will become cos theta into d theta. So substitute it. Finally, we're going to get I is equal to integration of 1 minus t square into d theta. Substitute t value. Again, substitute t is equal to sin theta. So t is equal to sin theta. Substitute sin theta sin cube theta by 3, and apply the integration values. Apply the boundary values. So 0 to pi by. Finally, we'll go into numerator values 2 by 3 pi r cube. So 2 by 3 w power 4. 2 by 3 w r power 4 we're going to get. To calculate the denominator is equal to integration 2 into integration of 0 to pi by 2 into y square ds. So y value is r cos theta, ds is equal to r integrated. Finally, we're going to get the equation is pi r cube by 2. So now h is equal to numerator by denominator. Finally, we're going to get h 4 by 3 w into r by pi. 4 by 3 w into capital R by pi. So this equation we are going to get. If a semicircular arch is subjected to uniform distributed load throughout the length, then horizontal thrust will become h is equal to 4 by 3 wr by pi. So this is the formula for the calculation of horizontal thrust for the uniform distributed load is acting throughout the span of a semicircular arch. Is it clear? So basic trigonometric concepts is required for the solving this problem. Okay. So today we are seeing 3 different problems. In the tomorrow session, we'll see same problem, but here the loading is uniform distributed load is acting only for the off portion. Uniform distributed load is acting for the off portion. దానికి మనం సేమ్ థింగ్ సేమ్ ఫార్ములా, జస్ట్ సింపుల్ ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఫుల్ యాక్ట్ అయింది అనుకోండి 4 by 3 wr by pi, హాఫ్ యాక్ట్ అయింది కాబట్టి దాంట్లో by 2 చేయండి. విల్ గెట్ 2 by 3 pi r by wr by pi. 2 by 3 wr by pi. Okay. So this is the first figure. Actually, we need to calculate horizontal thrust for this loading. So analyzing this problem is very difficult. For that, what I am doing is I am considering a uniform distributed right side also of same magnitude. So now for the combined loading, the formula for the calculation of horizontal thrust, here 2h is equal to 4 by 3 wr by pi. So but we require only h value. H means only half portion value మనకి కావాలి కాబట్టి divided by 2 చేయండి. It's going to get h is equal to 2 by 3 w into small w into r by pi. So this is the different formulas. You need to remember this formula. You have to remember this formula. So if you know the formulas, then only we can able to calculate the horizontal thrust for the different loading. Okay.